let's continue to more reactions now. YSL Mondo, remember the co-founder of YSL, right? Of course, he no longer rocks with Young Thug. They don't get along anymore. They had a fallout over the promotion situation or the promoter situation. The bookings. But he is making a heavy accusation in this video, y'all.
I ain't spell goddamn Gunner. I ain't spell Lil Woody. Like, I was on the E-Boy's ass. You feel what I'm saying? So it's only right that this might be my last time talking about it, but I didn't show Gunner them no sympathy. I was on them boys' ass. Like, I even made a song about Shout and some more shit. Like, I was on their ass, y'all. So I can't wait a few days and then just be like, no, I'm gonna leave Shout alone. No, bro. But it need to be talked about. Because when I really sit back and think, this what make me say, you know what, I'm gonna get back on this bitch and say something else. Because when I really think about it, I just really put the pieces to this shit the real way, right? Motherfucker was trying to say, oh man, Woody started the Rico. Oh man, da-da-da. Okay, let's go back a little bit. Y'all want everybody to use their brain for a second, right? Tell me if I'm lying, though. Look at my salon, Robin Tula Berakatu. What's up, my brother? Tell me if I'm lying, though, y'all. Didn't the Lil Wayne tour bus shit happen before Nut got? Before any of that shit happened? Before anybody else told about anything?
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Buddy, you the first to tell, buddy. You the first going in talking to the police. Facts. That was way before the goddamn before Nut got in some more shit. So you mean to tell me, buddy, you was the first, you the reason why the Rico started. That I ain't finna keep beating around the bush. You the reason why the Rico started, buddy. Let's keep it real. Come on, man, let's keep it real. Buddy, you the reason why the Rico started. Come on, bro. Like I said, I wasn't gonna talk about it no more, but I ain't let up off the rest. I ain't let up off of Gunner like that. I was on Gunner ad when the shit first happened. I was on Wood ad when it first happened. You feel me? I can't let Buddy just get out that easy. Cause when I said, when I think about it, brother, you the reason you told before Nut got, you told me you was already telling. You was already telling, my brother. You the first to tell. You the first to tell. Start telling. You the first to start talking to the police. The Lil Wayne too, but shit happened way before that. You the reason why the Rico started. You been telling. And you running around these motherfuckers talking about did that in the third. But I'm talking about you a rat. Oh, I can smell you all in interview. I can smell a rat. Come on, man. Come on, man. Talking about you can smell a rat. You been rat. You the biggest rat. You a possum. You the biggest rat it is. Better use a possum. Damn. That shit ain't right, bro. And you had all these running around these motherfuckers. Like you ruined a lot of people's lives down there, bro. For real, bro. You ruined a lot of people's lives, bro. That shit ain't right, bro. That shit ain't right, gang. Cause it's like we built this shit off of trying to make it out, this shit, bro. I started this shit because I seen something like, I just seen something else like within how we was being loyal, bro, and how we was operating. We didn't start this shit to be no slimy, grimy niggas. That's not what the slime meaning was to me, y'all. It wasn't. But you make this shit into something else, bro. We did this shit to make it out, bro. We ain't make this, bro. We ain't do this shit to keep doing the same shit we was already doing. It's like, bro, what did you expect to happen, my brother? When we did this shit, bro, when you first started getting money, the rap shit blew up for you the real way, and you seen your first million, which I was in prison already. But when you was seeing your first little couple 100,000, when we made it out for real, basically, bro, we ain't never supposed to never look back to none of that shit we used to do, bro. We ain't supposed to go back to that type goof ass shit, bro, when none of this shit happened. You sunk the ship, my brother. And it's so crazy when I say you ruined so many people's lives because you had so many people like me investing my energy and investing so much into you and love and loyalty into you that I put my own rap career on the back burner.
All right, I'm not going to get too much into that whole history because we know they had a fallout. Why y'all putting DC Young Fly in the chat? What's that about? Why put that? Don't disrespect the homie, man. What's going on? I'll make me make a phone call today. So yeah, timeline wise, I didn't pull it up to go double check Lil Wayne tour bus shooting, and then follow that by the passing, rest in peace, of Big Nut. I don't got the timeline in front of me, but let me ask this question, just for conversational purposes. Hypothetically, if YSL Mondo here is onto something or correct, right? Let me just ask a question. In the face of the feds or in the face of authorities, what do you think is more high profile? The shooting of Nut or the shooting of Lil Wayne's tour bus? Now, the shooting of Nut is somebody losing their life, right? That's supposed to be the utmost, respectfully. Here's how I could say this in a respectful manner. We all know then people don't really give a fuck about certain demographics, certain tax brackets, certain zip codes, and certain people. They might look at that as some hood shit. They really might. A lot of people didn't know Nut until the YSL trial. They probably look at that as just, unfortunately and respectfully, they probably look at it as just another hood nigga shot up in the hood. Shit happens every day, B. That's probably the way them niggas look at that shit, right? Everybody in the chat is saying Wayne's tour bus. You see where I'm going with this question? I'm just trying to open this logic up, right? Now you got Lil Wayne, household name, superstar, tour bus, get shot up, news headlines. It's like almost how y'all don't give a fuck when it's just, 63rd and O Block and all this type of shit. But the minute one of these niggas in this whole war gets shot up in the Gold Coast, FBG Duck, rest in peace, whole different ball game because of where it happened and some of the name. You see what I'm going with this? So if it's higher profile to us, it's going to have more police investigation, more police hours. It's going to have deeper roots. And then if you start to find out, like, wait a minute, these are a bunch of millionaires involved in this situation. Is there ties between some of these gangs? Hold on. I'm going to sit here with Young Thug. I'm literally going to ask him in the interrogation audio, but you and Baby and Lil Wayne, aren't y'all bloods? Or hypothetically, if there was a beef with Roscoe, like, why would he do that? And they start to try to connect all these pieces between the gangs and the names and the millionaires and the problems and the drama. And Young Thug is up there talking, oh, nah, I just sold him some weed, or I don't know, he breaks the law today. Maybe I'm not sure if he shot it up or not. And here's all the history between Lil Wayne and Baby and why they got problems, which to me always is like, damn, that's never going to be good because it establishes motive. I'm not saying that you're in there saying, yo, Baby is indirectly responsible for Lil Wayne's tour bus getting shot up, but you're giving them motive. You're giving them story and back history about why Baby and Lil Wayne had friction. That then says, all right, as a detective, let me look more into this beef between Lil Wayne and Baby to see if that's going to put me in the track of why this tour bus got shot up. So I'm not saying that what YSL Mondo is saying here is true. None of us really know. But from a street standpoint, it's absolutely wrong and possible for Young Thug to be saying those things in there. And if the timeline is the bus shooting happens before the passing of Nut, it is very possible that that shooting is what started the whole entire Rico, putting all these people together and looking into all these backstories and all this beef and all these relationships. Just imagine if we get full all-out proof. I mean, the fucking authorities is leaking everything else, right? Imagine we get full all-out proof that this whole Rico started because the tour bus shooting, and if the tour bus shooting is linked to Lil Wayne and Young Thug's beef, and then it gets all the legs that it needs because of Young Thug's interrogation audio, then you got to say, damn, is that why they leaked the audio? It's insane. All right, let me take YSL. Not my words. This is just the can of worms that YSL Mondo, who is the co-founder of YSL, opened up. I'm just saying.